What a move by Howie Roseman! Whoa! Yo, everybody, how you doing? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Won't you please be my neighbor? Eagles talk is at hand. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? I want to talk about the corner situation and what's going on with these cornerbacks. Now, do we need cornerbacks and do they stink? Yes and yes. And what are we going to do? We're not going to do nothing. We're going to keep Matthews. We're going to keep Aguilar. We're going to keep everybody, and we're going to go out with the corners we have, and we're going to pray. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Now, a lot of people are saying, yo, Philly 500, we can't go get a corner, not this time of year. I mean, it's impossible. People don't trade corners because they're hard to get. All right. Did they send a man to the moon? Did they send a man to the moon? Yes. So if they sent a man to the moon, you can't tell me they can't go out and get a cornerback. Did they trade Sam Bradford, a starting cornerback, with 8 days to go before the start of the year? Yes, they did. So I don't want to hear they can't do it or it's impossible or you have to give up too much. It's not true. It's not true. Now, the fact that we're even in this situation, okay, I'm going to be truthful. This has to fall on Howie Roseman. If this cornerback situation bites us in the butt at the end of the year, you have to blame Howie Roseman. What a move, Howie Roseman. Because why? Because Howie Roseman, did not address it properly when there were guys on the market he could have gotten. There were enough guys that were decent that he could have gotten, but he didn't do it. So now we're stuck in a situation where our corners are atrocious. I mean, I have trouble sleeping at night thinking about who's going to help us at corner. What's going to happen? Now, we have to go out and we have to get a cornerback. If you want to get into the playoffs this year, I'm sorry, I believe you need a corner. I believe you have to go out and get one. Now, at worst case scenario, I see Kyle Fuller as the option. Now, a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people say, oh, he ain't that good. But he's better than what we got now. He's way better than what we got now. And what do you think we're going to give up for him? What do you think he would cost? I could tell you what I think he costs. I said initially a 4th round pick. I said a 4th round pick, not because he was worth a 4th round pick. Stay up there, hat. But because I wanted to get the trade done. And if I can get the trade done, then I'm going to do it. So I had 3 4th rounds. I would have overpaid. That's overpaying for Kyle Fuller. I would have been overpaying for him with a 4th round pick. He's probably a 6th round pick, a 7th round pick. He may get cut. Although I have to say, if you read the stuff out of Chicago, he's looked spectacular in training camp. He's looked really, really good. And that could be that he's looking really good. That also could be trying to boost his stock for a trade. But I think he's going to get cut either way. Most likely, I think it's still a long shot for him to make it. So if he's going to get cut anyways, trade a 5th round pick, trade a 6th round pick, trade a 7th round pick. Is he the greatest ever? Maybe not. But you know what? He's better than what we got now. He's better than what we have now. And if Mills can continue to play and come along, and then Brooks in the slot, and if you can add even a Kyle Fuller at worst case scenario, I'm just saying worst case scenario, Fuller, I think you're looking at a playoff team. I would be very comfortable putting this team in the playoffs in my predictions if that happened with Fuller. In all seriousness, what I'm saying is Kyle Fuller is not going to cost you a lot of money. He's not going to cost you a lot of picks. He's not going to cost you high picks. So why not take a chance? You have nothing to lose but a 6th round pick, a 7th round pick. Anybody who says Jordan Matthews and a 4th or Jordan Matthews for Kyle Fuller, it's crazy. Jordan Matthews is way more valuable than Kyle Fuller right now. So we need to give a low pick at the least, a late pick at the least for him if we can't find anything else. But we have to try. We have to try to find something else because I don't believe in these corners. I think it's an atrocious spot. And then with a team like the Eagles who do not like to blitz, we may be leaving these corners out to dry a lot. And I don't want to do that. So I definitely think that we need to keep pushing for a corner. But anybody that is like, today, why hasn't it happened? How come the Eagles haven't traded for a cornerback yet? It's because they haven't even played one preseason game. Let the teams play. Let's see where the chips fall. Somebody will get hurt. Somebody may need a linebacker. Somebody may need a wide receiver. Somebody may need a guard. So you don't know. But when the Eagles get the opportunity, like they did with Bradford, they got to get it done. They got to get it done. And I know that Howie Roseman can do that. I know he can because he did it with Bradford. So I expect him to do it again because I don't like the fact that we ignored cornerbacks so much, or we underestimated or overvalued the corners that we brought in big time. But there were mistakes made, and hey, we got to move on from it. I'm not looking to cast blame on anybody. I'm looking to get this problem fixed for the start of the season. That's all I have to say about it. Take care, talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.